Yes, sir. Another day of the aggression. Just gotta level up from here. Just do what I need to do. That's the main focus. Got the ice cream truck playing with BINGO. It's summertime. We're gonna get the ice cream. I remember when they used to sensitize me with ice cream trucks. They don't do that that much no more. But I remember they used to ice cream trucks used to sensitize to me, and school buses and stuff like that. All type of stuff. I could tell they done up the level of my targeting, even though they try to make it seem like they didn't. But they got my wife at Walmart, and the bus, it's a weekday. The buses are supposed to come frequently. They're supposed to come frequently. It's not a weekend. It's a weekday. She was sitting out there for an hour. Bus didn't come at all. Said the bus came from the opposite way, gave her a funny look. You know what I'm saying? Even she has to come with coping mechanisms of the targeting. You get what I mean? Oh, they popped out of nowhere with the dog. Look at this. All right. Yeah. Yep. Just the up level of the targeting. And it's just some things that I already expect. I already know how they gonna do me. You know what I mean? Now they can really start showing they when you a black person with like for any black person, this may not pertain to you. You know what I'm saying? But you got a background, they really gonna start showing they racist hand. From the people that's racist, they really gonna start showing they racist hand. They really gonna start showing it. I had the police officers sensitizing me. They really going heavy with that. They want to provoke rage and, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But you refuse to be a menace to society. You refuse to affiliate yourself with anybody that's criminal-minded. You know what I'm saying? And you ready to do things the right way. I don't know what they thought, but they was assured themselves that they was gonna get me to compromise. They was really assured themselves they was definitely gonna get me to compromise. Very assured themselves. They just knew it. They just knew it. And then when they see you in a situation where you need a job, that's when they can play. Whenever you're in a situation of need, that's when they can play. That's why they like depriving you from financial opportunity and things like that, because you make it harder for them. You know what I mean? It gets boring, it gets dry, it gets stiff for them. But they can really play around when you're in need. You know what I'm saying? Because they know, as long as you got breath in your body, as long as you can move your ones and twos, your left foot, right foot, you're going to try to look for opportunity. Even if it's not that much opportunity. You get what I'm saying? Even when it's not that much opportunity, you're going to keep going and doing what you need to do. Stay focused. That's the name of the game. Don't crash out. Don't worry about these folks. Don't worry about these people. Let them do what they do. And you just keep it moving from there. That's the main focus. That's the only thing that you can focus on. Just making sure you're doing what you need to do. Had my wife sitting out there. You know, they don't care. All right. So it's an evil program, an evil surveillance investigation bubble. But they will try to gaslight you and get you thinking like, we're not evil, you know? We're just patrolling the neighborhood. We're just cleaning up the neighborhood. When I first got to this city, it was so many tents around. I wish I would just record it. It was so many people camping out and stuff. Once I got here, now they wanted to activate the cleaning up the neighborhoods. People had tents all around here. It was tents all down here. You know what I'm saying? They had the tents up, situated, cool, smooth, everything. Life was just really smooth. Not that I said it, I like that, having that vagabond experience. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to hurry up and get to some type of shelter, but when you do it on your own, when you do it on the independent mindset, they don't like that. They want you in the mindset of you need them, you desperate. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you get shadow banned, even on YouTube, I know, like, I'm not the best content creator, but I know in the algorithm, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain views get only certain numbers unless I'm watching it. If it's not a certain number, it's because I'm watching it. Like 12 views, 6 views, 50 views, 200 views. You know, it's just a set number. It's like, it's showing you, like, you know, we're controlling your algorithm. You think you're talking to people, venting to people. You might be venting to a couple people, real people, but majority of it's just hazes. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You know what I'm saying? And thanks for the information, because now we can use it to make money while you sit there and make no money and suffer. But I'm not on here to make money. I'm on here to vent. This is how I get it out. So if I'm blessing people with my knowledge and information for them to find financial gains, cool. I don't care about that. Information is free. You know what I'm saying? Information is free. I just get to a point where I'm tired, because I don't care if I already told myself I'll never be in a situation, you know what I mean, to let a narcissist get an upper hand on me like that. I already got to deal with that when I get a certain job. But now it's not even with the certain job now. You know what I'm saying? It's just a simple thing of, people just want control. And the ultimate way to get control is if you're in a desperate and needy situation. You know what I mean? They don't want you to be your own support system. You know? We make mistakes. People make mistakes. You know, you get out here and you make sure you don't make them same mistakes. Especially if you ain't done nothing that caused you to be incarcerated for a long time, or, you know what I'm saying? You did your time. You know what I mean? So now it's like this shadow enforcement to try to force you, you know what I mean, back behind the wall, because you refuse to yield to a narcissist. You refuse to yield to people who want to control you and change your perspective. They want to get so mind controlled. They want you to actually be gaslight yourself to the point that you really think, you start to believe that you're being punished by God for this. But you know, if it's from the divine, God would just take you out. God ain't got to do all this. God, you know, God ain't got to do all this. You know, God is almighty, all powerful. God ain't got to do all this. He can make the ground open up and the ground could swallow you up. He can open up the ground. You know what I'm saying? Boom. God ain't got to do all this. You get what I'm saying? They'll gaslight you to the point where you feel like you're being punished by God. But they do have control to literally isolate you from society when they don't have their way. It's sad. It's very sad because I decided to go to work and stay focused. Why am I socializing with people who are activating around me, doing tactics? It's not like I understand when people do tactics and they just on autopilot. No, these people doing it and looking at me and smiling at me. You know what I'm saying? When people looking at you and smiling while they're doing the tactics, you know, why you looking at me and smiling at me like that? That means you doing this purposefully. It's not a smile like a welcoming smile. It's a sinister type smile. It's a demonic kind of smile. It's like the smile off of the scary movie Smile. And that girl doing that freaky smile, like them strange spirits be getting into people and they be having that smile, that demonic type sinister smile. That's how you know. It's like, yeah, you see that lets you know, like, I don't want no parts of people who is holding hands together for my demise. And I gotta be cool with these people. I can respect these people. I can keep the peace with these people, but I ain't gotta be cool with them. I ain't gotta integrate in their social bubble. You know what I'm saying? And because you refuse to integrate in their social bubble, you get what I'm saying? They're gonna make work harder for you. That's gonna happen at every job I go to. I know that. They're gonna make work harder for you. They'll switch things around. You know what I'm saying? And I know certain jobs that I went to, they switch things around, like they'll bring honey traps in there too. And yeah, the thing with the honey traps, they'll sit there and act humble like angels, like, you know what I'm saying? Hi, you know what I mean? But they do the tactics. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like to try to bait you. It's not like a friendly, like, you know, like, you respect the fact that the person's married. It's almost like an entrapment. Like, yeah, we want you to see that we're open to opportunities for you to get at women now that you're married. We don't respect your marriage. We think that you got it the sleazy and the easy way. We don't respect your marriage. We don't respect what y'all went through together from the ground up. We don't respect that. So we're going to send you the women that we respect. We're going to send you the women that we feel like you should be with. And that's not even the case. This is all entrapment. You know what I mean? See? Black guys cheat. See? He ain't nothing. He ain't nothing. You see? Now I'm alone again. Now the gang stalking gonna really level up, because now the people that want to pretend nice, they ain't got to pretend nice no more, because now they're finding ways to justify, you know, for the good citizens out there that's just been manipulated, to justify to them, like, you see, he's a monster. He's a menace to society. If you lie, you'll cheat, you'll steal. This is the games they play. But when they gaslight you, ain't that lying? Remember, gaslighting is lying. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you catch some people on their deathbed, you ask them about the program, they'll lie. They'll die in their sin. It's almost like you want to catch one of them on their deathbed, and the last thing before their breath go, you want to ask them, you know what I'm saying? Like, Have they knowingly been participating in this gang stalking program? And they'll say no, and let them die in that sin. And if that's not the term, you know what I'm saying? Have you been knowingly knowing that there's a community of people that have been saying, bad things about me, but hasn't brought it to the light or to the public, that's privately harassing me? Do you have knowledge about that? Do you have knowledge that I'm under some type of shadow investigation? And they say no, then they'll die in their sin. It's got to literally get to this point. Because the targeting ain't getting no better. I'm getting more clearer on my, just being consistent. But it's not too much they can do when you're not participating with the criminal minds. People be trying to befriend you so bad. You know what I'm saying? They try to get you to relapse so bad. You refuse to relapse. They see you doing things the right way, but you're not doing the things that they want you to do. There's a difference between doing things the right way and doing things that they want you to do. They expect you to do. Whatever that is. You want to use your background against you to be like, oh, your rights is limited, sir. You don't have the opportunities that we do. Sucks to be you. But you still got to make it work because you just ain't doing it for yourself. But you dealing with a force that just want to continue to shame you, continue to put you in a position where you feel helpless, useless. You can't turn that into anger. You can't be mad. You just got to use it as motivation and as fuel. And a more reminder that you're on survival mode. That's a more reminder you on survival mode, baby. This is how I know FedEx ain't got no love for your boy. They responded to me so quick on Indeed, not selected by the employer. Dang. I don't even think it was a full 24 hours. They say like a 24 hours or something until it take for it to pop up on the system. They got it fast. Soon as I mess around and tried to attempt to apply for FedEx, not selected by the employer. I don't try to talk about it, but I get it. It's a lot of red and blue cars. You just gotta play these folk game. Cause you can't, unless there's tangible evidence that you can prove, you cannot tell people about this spiritual warfare. The noise campaign. You can't tell people about it. You can't bring this to court. You mess around and think that you can bring this to court? What? Them folks gonna professionally, you know what I'm saying, respectfully, intellectually put your behind in a psych ward. You know what I'm saying? Diagnose you with some stuff. So imagine being diagnosed with schizophrenia, being a TI, having a criminal see what the dog dude with the red, having more dogs, having a criminal background, being a TI, right? You black and you diagnosed with schizophrenia. You ain't got no rights. You through. Unless you got a support system, you know what I'm saying? And no support system, you through. Them folks got out the park. You know what I'm saying? People part of the program. Look how ghosty it is. There's people that want absolute control. This is what you deal with. People with their dogs. It's a dog-eat-dog day. It's a dog-eat-dog day. Ritualistic. That's how they look at you. They want control. They want to domesticate you. You they slave. You know what I'm saying? But they the predators. And you the TI's the prey. But they want to flip-flop project that you the predator. It's a dog-eat-dog world. It's a dog-eat-dog world. But you just gotta keep your peace. Build you up a strong mindset. And don't let the BS get to you. Oh, that boy aggressive. Oh, he ain't playing. Oh, he aggressive. He like, if I get out this fence, I'm gonna tear you up. It's funny when they put you in these situations where they want you to compromise. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be lazy. Get out here every day and try to get something done. Like I said, out of 100 jobs, might find one. But they might not be the favorable jobs that's fun or whatever, getting out there and, you know, might not find that. But it's okay. You got to take that lick and keep going, especially if you got a background. Can't be mad at nobody. They do the tactics, you see it. But you can't be mad at nobody. But you ain't got to get on your knees neither. You only get on your knees to pray to God. These folks want you on your knees. They want you to bow down to them. They'll hide behind God to try to use God as a mechanism to influence you. Mind control. This right here ain't about salvation. This is about get back. This is about get back right here. They'll use all type of people in fast society. People that don't even believe in God. All working in unison to see your behind destroyed. See your behind break, your mind break. See what you thought you could build, we could break down. The little sandcastle you thought you was building, man, we're gonna step on that sandcastle like an 8-year-old kid. You see that you try to build a little sandcastle, man, we gonna step on that sandcastle like a bad 7-year-old kid. You gotta be careful out here. So I know the next job, I gotta be up under manager. Cause they ain't giving me the opportunity they did before. There was so many jobs coming at me. I remember when I was here in Las Cruces, I was working at a job and people was trying to get me to go to another job. They was trying to get me to go to another job. But that's because I was single. And the program was still depriving me. I was finding ways to get lucky here and there. You know what I'm saying? A little one night stand here, one night stand there. Had a little white friend lady, was cool. We wasn't in no relationship, but we was cool. You know what I'm saying? Had a cool barbershop lady, she was cool. You know, she was married, but she was more like a mom to me. She was more like an auntie to me. She was very nice lady. Charged me the low, would do my hair so good, give me the connections on the jobs. You know what I'm saying? All type of stuff. She even gave me connections on certain different type of women. She was looking out. When I came here, now that I'm married, when I came here, when I went to the barbershop, she was never found, never to be seen, never to be seen. Just her husband. So I don't know what the program told them, thinking that, you know, but nah. But you know, it was a situation on the first time I went here, and I was still at the time, you know what I mean, me and my wife relationship was still fresh, and you know, she was still kind of getting used to me with the targeting, you know. Sometimes it's hard for a relationship when you're a TI. She got adjusted now, but at the beginning, she still had to get adjusted to how I react off the targeting. So, in that little dispute or whatnot, I stopped talking to the barber lady. You know what I mean? I didn't call her, so maybe I hurt her feelings or something. I lost the number, I lost my phone, so I ended up losing her number. So now we back at Las Cruces. Like, I don't see her at all. When I first got here, I was looking for her because I do find her, we was gonna be good. We got a little support system. We was gonna be good. Not like I was using her up or nothing like that. Paying her, get my hair done and stuff. We was gonna be good. She gone. You know what I'm saying? I had to end up going to another lady. Now I got my wife doing my hair. But I had to end up going to another lady and she charged out, she gonna tax. And other places, they tax even more than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, man. Oh, no. And they got the whole complete different energy. Like, that lady there had some real good energy. She reminded me of home. You know what I'm saying? She was Hispanic, so it ain't nothing about race. It's about energy. It ain't got nothing to do with race. It's about energy. But a lot of people in this program, they like to show their racism. Especially when they get the 411, they get the information that you know what I mean, you got a criminal background, and you a target individual, and you going through under investigation, and you ain't yielded, you ain't surrendered to this force. And you know this force ain't of God because God, if God wanted you out of here, he would have been took you out. God knows everything about you. He knows all the hair on your head. He knows your intentions. He knows everything. You know what I'm saying? No, it's a force of people trying to play God. So you see the bus is still running. But where was they bus antennas when my wife was at the bus stop? Nowhere to be found. The games they play. The silly shenanigans that they do. Now I'm the only support system. And as I be riding back and forth from home, going to the grocery store, looking for a job and stuff, one of the dudes that I just recently worked with, who doesn't really rock with me like that, they do the tactics. He loved doing the feminine hand gestures. And sometimes I'll be right, be like, yo, what's up? And he'll ignore me. But when he give you the peace sign, you're supposed to acknowledge that peace sign. What do you call that? Some people sometimes, like, they cool, and then when you want to acknowledge them, they'll straight up ignore you. They look at you. They see you. It's not like they don't see you. They'll straight up ignore you. But then when they throw you the peace sign, you better give them back the peace sign. That's narcissistic, ain't it? I could treat you like this, but you better not do this. You know what I'm saying? And they get mad that you don't want to be a part of that social infrastructure. They want to implement these traits in you. That's why they so ritualistically, continually do it around you. You know what I'm saying? They say once you're around a person long enough, you start talking like them. Once you're around a person long enough, you start dressing like them. You start moving like them if you're around a person long enough. That's the same with this program. They want to continually, repetition-wise, project these dark traits because they want you to implement it. They want you to become a dark empath. They want you to have narcissistic traits. So the people that you encounter, you'll take the anger from the program and use their tactics on people weaker than you, or on people who need your help. And that's not right. I refuse to be like that. Just because the program bullying me, I turn around and bully a weaker vessel. That's like if the program did that on me and I turn around and start beating my dog. Taking my anger, aggression, and start beating my dog. Or handling the dog aggressively, abusing the dog. Or putting my hands on my wife, abusing her. Taking my frustration at the program. Even when we was fresh in our relationship, we wasn't doing nothing like that. Now, we'll argue. I get nasty with the argument, but as far as like physical, no, sir. Never. You know what I'm saying? We didn't exchange, bounce around words and stuff. But that's like with any relationship. You know what I'm saying? But if we stick through it, she adapted. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that she still ain't going through it. You know? She ain't going through it like when I come around, it activates. She even testifies it activates when I come around. She like, dang. Wasn't no noise this whole day, but as soon as you be coming, it be noise. I'm like, that's just how it be. They just all of a sudden, they just spawn out of nowhere, just want to make as much noise as possible. Like when I'm not there, that's how I know it activates around me. But they still do little things to her. You know what I'm saying? Try to irritate her, try to make life, as hard as possible. That's why I want to do the opposite. I want to try to make life as easy as possible for her. You know what I'm saying? That's what matters. That's what's important. That is what matters. That is what is important. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to cross. You know what I'm saying? Let these folks cross, get ahead with the van. Yes, sir. They be ready for you to buddy up. You know what I'm saying? That's what they be waiting on, for you to just buddy up. Kind of act like, oh, we don't see him. Oh, we didn't know you was crossing the street. Uh-oh. Gotta be more careful, buddy. cross after this car. Cross right here. It's the ice cream truck. Like I'm gonna come out and get some ice cream. You see? They want to implement predatory type tactics on you. Like you gonna come, oh shoot, I wanna go where the kids is at. Let me get some ice cream. I wanna go where the kids is at. It takes a sick mind to come up with these type of tactics. They really have to be using real life pedophiles and predators to be able to come up with these tactics. They have to really be doing interviews and really dissecting pedophiles and predators for them to come up with these tactics. And they just pray that one of these traits that you download one of these narcissistic traits. But you refuse to. That's not in your essence. That's just not what you do. And it's just disgusting behavior. You ain't took nothing from you ain't took nothing, like you ain't raped nobody. You ain't did nothing like that. If they want to project these type of things, like you just some type of serial rapist or a rapist, or you just some type of predator energy out here. They got it ghost town. Maybe it might be ghost town because it's hot. It is hot out here. But when I'm working and stuff, when I have my job, when things fluctuating, oh, it's smooth. Folks walking up and down, but you know, when you're going through it, when they want to isolate you, look at the red back to back. This is what you go through. You don't never want to be a part of this. You forever try to hold your ground. Even if it leads you to your, you know what I mean, physical death. You'll be okay with that. You'll go through the torment, you'll go through that fire. You'll go through the suffering. Because all what you stand for, all for what you believe, you'll go through that. Not a lot of people can say that. And you'll still have a relationship with God. And you still won't be bitter towards people. But there'll be a limit. And when it comes to that limit, you know to distance yourself, still be respectful, stay out the way. No, you ain't got time to play. Now, what next thing they're gonna do is try to bring black people. We're not racist. Look, we welcome black people in this community. But there ain't a lot of black TIs, and there ain't a lot of black TIs with a criminal background. What's going on, Chief?